You're going live, Mama. Remember, you smile, okay? Is the video does it look clear, guys? On my end, it looks a little blurry.
One moment, because we're going live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Caribbean Edge Kids. Happy Sunday to everyone. We are so excited to bring you the Caribbean Edge Kids today. And we have Aubree Samuels joining us, Jeremiah, Harrington, and Zia Williams, and Aunty Sophie. So welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to share this episode so everyone can view it. So today we have we're going to start with Miss Zia Williams, who is here to bless us with a beautiful song of her choice. Thank you, Zia, for joining us again.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Whenever you're ready to start, Zia.
Mine would be pretty okay. Don't make
Jehovah, you, I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you. I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonders. You are the God of powerful. I believe. I believe. You, I trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you. I trust in you. Our Lord, Jehovah, you, I trust in you. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonders. You are the God of powerful. I believe. So long, bye-bye. Goodbye to my pain, you're my sorrow. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye, hey. So long, bye-bye, hey. So long, bye-bye, hey. So long, bye-bye. Bye to Corona, bye-bye. Bye to my pain, bye-bye. Bye to my troubles, bye-bye. Bye to my mistakes, bye-bye. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. So long, bye-bye, hey. So long, bye-bye, hey. So long, bye-bye. Bye to Corona, 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 bye-bye. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome here. You are welcome here. You. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. To God a miracle. You are the God of wonder. You are the God of powerful. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you. We need that song right now by Corona. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell us about that song. Did you throw in the Corona or mommy and daddy threw in Corona?
God did.
God did. Awesome. Oh my God. Thank you. So Zia, you attend Bethlehem Junior Academy. You're only 6 years old. You read for us last week and you were here this morning to bless us with the song. Tell us what you would like to be when you grow up.
I want to be a pediatrician.
Good. Well, thank you. We need pediatricians. So thank you. Thanks for blessing us today. I absolutely love your song. I love your voice. And we were blessed on this beautiful Sunday afternoon with your beautiful presence. Thank you, Mommy and Daddy, Nadine and William Williams, for sharing you with us. And we know you love to sing, dance, swim, and art and craft. So we're learning a lot about you. Thank you.
Very much.
Jeremiah, we're going to switch over to you now and find out all about you. So I got some inside information on you, Jeremiah. I know that you love to explore. You're a critical thinker, and you love to know what's behind the why behind the way things work. And your favorite place to visit is the Museum of Discovery and Science. And your favorite subject is?
Math.
Math. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A firefighter.
Absolutely awesome.
I like to help people.
Oh, thank you. We need firefighters, so we certainly wish you all the best. And I know you're working hard and that you're here to share a story with us today. So tell us about your story that you want to read for us today.
My name is Jeremiah Harrington. I am 6 years old in the 1st grade. I attend Bethlehem Junior Academy. Today I will be reading my favorite book, B.A. King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Dream and You. Be a king. Marvel at creation. Keep the faith of your ancestors. You can be a king. Know that bigotry hurts. Remember how you felt when treated unfairly. You can be a king. Admit that you've done wrong. Just say, I'm sorry, and mean it. You can be a king. Know that dividing walls should come down. You have glimpsed the other side. You can be a king. Break the chains of ignorance. Learn as much as you can. You can be a king. Stand for peace. Band together against bullies. You can be a king. Sing a song of freedom. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. You can be a king. Stamp out hatred. Put your foot down and walk tall. You can be a king. Answer your critics. Believe in your cause and state it plainly. You can be a king. Have a dream. Make yours great enough to grow into. You can be a king. Make the world take notice. Do your very best at whatever you do. You can be a king. Beat the drum for justice. March to your own conscience. You can be a king. Lift up the less fortunate. Be the king or queen of health. You can be a king. Set your sights on the mountaintop. Climb a little higher every day. The end.
Thank you. It's such a beautiful choice that you made to read that book today. As you know, the world is changing. There's so much going on. So that is a very inspirational book about lifting others as well as yourself up. So thank you for that choice.
You're welcome.
So tell us what you like to do. What's a day like at school for you?
I like to learn.
Like to learn?
I like to do work.
Oh, that's awesome. And we want to thank your parents, Sandy and Smith, for sharing you with our viewers, sharing you with the world so that you can continue to inspire others to read just like you. You're an awesome reader. And thank you for being wanting to be a firefighter because you will save lives.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Jeremiah.
Good.
Aubree, who is patiently waiting for us. So she's on the honor roll of valedictorian, and she's here to read for the Caribbean Edge viewers today. So tell us about your book today.
The book is about hair love, and it's also written by Academy Award winning creator Matthew Cherry, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. My name is Zuri, and I have hair that has a mind of its own. It kinks, coils, and curls every which way. Daddy tells me it's beautiful. That makes me proud. I love that my hair lets me be me. In funky braids with beads, I'm a princess. And when my hair is in two puffs, I am above the clouds like a superhero. My hair even does magic trick. One day, Rocky and I were playing outside when along came the rain. From large to smaller went. Presto, just like that. There is nothing my hair can't do. Today I woke up extra early all by myself. I was too excited to sleep. It's a big day. Daddy was still sleeping. Shh, I said to Rocky as we tiptoed past him. Lately, Daddy has been worn out. He makes me breakfast, takes me to school, goes to work, picks me up, and yesterday we went for a bike ride around the park. I think he needs a break. Because today is special, I want a perfect hairstyle. This calls for a professional's touch. Pause off, Rocky. Daddy heard the crash. Zuri, what on earth, he asked. I was only trying to help, I said. Daddy smiled. Can I help too? It'll be a piece of cake, Zuri. The first style was a big no way. The second was no better. No, Daddy. Then Daddy tried slicking my hair back into two puffs. Ouch, Daddy yelled. Wait a minute, Daddy said as he reached into the drawer and pulled out a pick. Ta-da! Daddy, really, I said. I'll be right back, I promised. Now, how's that, he asked, pulling a hat down over my eyes. Daddy, come on, we can do better than that. I really need my hair to be special. Don't worry, he said. We'll figure this out. Then I had a great idea. Daddy gathered all the tools we needed and we were set. Watching carefully, Daddy combed, parted oil and twisted. He nailed it. Funky puff bunch. Pretty, and so much fun. Rocky approved too. I put on my superhero cape as the final touch to a perfect look. Where's my Zuzu? Mommy called from the door. She could not get in the house fast enough. Mommy, you've got to be the prettiest super girl I have ever seen, she said. And your hair is beautiful, Zuri. Who did it? I looked at Daddy and Bean. Mommy smiled. Very nice. Thank you. We learned from the best, Daddy said as he gave her a big hug. My hair is Mommy, Daddy, and me. It's Hair Lab.
Oh, beautiful book.
Thank you so much, Aubree. That is also, it's a perfect book. And when you were reading it, I remembered combing my own daughter's hair. Yes. I also remembered I was struggling with mine today and I wanted to just throw on a hat. And I said, no, these kids are gonna come all dressed up and shiny. I can't just throw on a hat. So we all have those hair days, but perfect, inspirational. And I love that story because it's Daddy that was helping to do the hair. But he also learned from the best, and you put on your cape. And we want our hair to look good. We always want it to feel special. And it's all about self-love. So thank you for that amazing book. So tell us about why you picked that book and what you want to say to our viewers.
I picked it because I like the book, and I like it, and I also like it because it's about having kinky hair and fluffy hair and poofy.
Awesome. And what do you want to be?
And mine.
And yours? And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A librarian.
Okay, well, thank you. We definitely encourage reading. So being a librarian will certainly keep you in the path which you're doing today, which is reading. And we have your mom, Crystal Booth, and your dad, Dwayne Samuels. So thanks for sharing you with all the viewers, all the little kids that you all are inspiring today. So thank you for that. And do well in school. Your school is awesome. And you're representing your school, Bethlehem Junior Academy, so well. And I can't wait to go back to one of your graduations, which I was a guest speaker at before. So I look forward to seeing you all there when this COVID-19 is all done. You're welcome. Thank you. And then we have Aunty Sophie, who is going to read for us and tell us all about our costume that she's wearing today.
Yes, well, hello kids. Again, it's my pleasure to be here, and thank you, Miss Dawn, for inviting me again. This is absolutely a treat and a thrill. So, I'm so inspired by these kids. Oh, they are amazing, telling our young ones they can be a king. And of course, the last reader telling the little ones they need to be proud of their hair. And thanks to all the daddies who take care of the girls here. I absolutely love that. Okay, so I am wearing a traditional costume from my country. I'm from Jamaica. And this is the bandana print, the bandana material, and I'm wearing that. I created this kind of hookup because what's interesting about our costume, you can twist it and turn it and do anything you wish. As long as you have one of this piece of material, which is the bandana, you can do so much with it. So I'm wearing our traditional Jamaican national costume. And it gives me great pleasure to be here, as I said before. Well, today I am going to read for you a story. It's a Jamaican folk tale. And just the folks, the young lady who was there last week will know that I read an Anansi story last week. And we talked about how the Anansi got his legs so thin. So we know Anansi and Spider has 8 legs, right? So we learned last week how he got his legs stretched and so thin. So we know Anansi is originated in West Africa, the Anansi stories, and they were brought to Jamaica and other parts of the New World by Ashanti slaves. And they were handed down orally. It means that they were told to generation after generation. So the Anansi exists as a Spider-Man, or it's a combination of both spider and man. His name is sometimes spelled Anansi, which is A-N-A-N-C-Y, or some people say A-N-A-N-C-I, and his stories are called Anansi stories. Now, we know Anansi is no goody two shoes. We talked about that. He's really a cunning, and he's greedy, and he's often lazy, and we call him a trickster. And last week when I read the story, I forgot to end the story by saying, Jack Mandora, me not choose none. Now, that is a term we use after we do the Anansi stories to declare that whatever is in the story, it's not our responsibility. We deliver it the way we got it. So that's how we end all Anansi stories that I forgot last week, right? So Anansi loves a good joke. And when he's not sleeping, he's always up to something. So today, let's find out what Anansi is up to. So boys and girls, today's story is entitled Anansi and Snake. Now, once upon a time long ago, Tiger was the undisputed king of the forest. Tiger lilies were named after him. Tiger moths were named after him. And the stories of the forests were called tiger stories. Now, Anansi was a nobody in the forest hierarchy, means the forest, the chain of command, right? When the animals gathered together, they would ask idle questions like, who is the strongest animal? Or, who is the bravest? All together they would chorus, tiger! And just to poke fun, they would say, who is the weakest? Like a choir, they would all sing out, Anansi! And Nancy got sick and tired of it all. One day he met Tiger face to face in the forest. Anansi bowed low to Tiger, but Tiger did not acknowledge Anansi in the least. He had no time to waste on such an insignificant speck. Tiger, said Anansi, you have it all. Can't you just ease me up and let me have one thing named after me? Tiger wanted to ignore Anansi, but his curiosity got the better of him. And just what it is you want to bear your name, Anansi? The stories, replied Anansi. I want them to be called Anansi Stories. Now, Tiger loved those stories and did not intend to give them up to his crawling nobody. Still, even the undisputed king of the forest needed a laugh sometimes. So he said to Anansi, if you can do me one small thing, I will let you call the stories Anansi Stories or any other name you like. Anansi didn't like the sound of this. What one thing would that be, Tiger? He asked cautiously. Nothing too hard. Just capture Snake for me by the end of the week, and all the stories will be known as Anansi Stories forevermore. Good thing Anansi had 8 legs to stand on, because at least 4 of them buckled same time. The snake was not your flimsy garden variety snake. Snake of the jungle was big, very big, and Anansi was small, very small. But Anansi could think big, so he said, I'll do it. At that, there was a huge burst of laughter from all the other animals who had been eavesdropping on the conversation. They went home, tears of amusement rolling down their faces. Anansi went home very worried, but thinking. This was on Monday. Now the next day, Anansi went on the trail that he knew Snake traveled on every day. He made a large noose out of a strong vine and placed some of Snake's favorite berries inside it. He hid in the bushes, holding the other end of the vine. Snake came slithering along the path. He spied the berries and his mouth watered, but he also spied the noose. He lay his weight of his body on the vine, then reached in and ate the berries quickly. Anansi tried and tried, but he could not pull the vine to close the noose. Snake's body was too heavy. The next day, Anansi went a little further down Snake's favorite trail and dug a pit in the ground. He placed a luscious hand of ripe bananas in it, then smeared the sides of the pit with grease so that Snake would slip in when he tried to get the bananas. Snake came along the path. He spied the bananas and his mouth watered, but he also spied the grease. So he wrapped his tail around a thick tree trunk, then reached into the hole with his head and ate the bananas. If he had lips, he would lick them. He raised his head out of the pit, unwrapped his tail, and slithered away. The next day, Anansi made a square trap out of sticks with spaces on 3 sides and a door on the other side. He put some mangoes inside. Soon, a piglet came along and went straight for the mangoes. He didn't notice when Anansi shut the door behind him. Anansi figured that Snake would get inside the trap through the spaces, but that he would be too fat to get out after he had eaten the piglet. Snake came along and he saw the piglet. The creature was so terrified when he saw Snake that he went berserk, squealing at the top of his lungs and smashing the trap into pieces. The piglet fled into the bushes, and Snake's mouth did not even get the chance to water. Anansi muttered to himself, "Fool, fool, good for nothing pig." The next day, it was Friday and the end of the week, and Anansi was still snakeless. He went directly to Snake's house and sat outside looking dejected. Snake came out and looked at Anansi in surprise. "But you're brighty. All week long you're trying to catch me, and now you're sitting here barefaced in my yard?" Anansi looked at Snake and sighed. "Yes, it's true, but I was trying to catch you for a worthy cause. Now the other animals will continue to talk behind your back." "What you talking about, Anansi? What they're saying about me?" Anansi said, "Well, I shouldn't be telling you, but they're saying that you believe you are the longest thing around and that you think you are God's gift to longness, when even the shortest bamboo around here is longer than you." Snake was outraged. "Measure me, Anansi, measure me. Cut down the longest bamboo you can find and let me shut up those backbiters." Anansi ran and cut down the longest bamboo. He rested it on the ground and Snake stretched out beside it. "Haul them, Anansi. Let them see that nothing around here can test me." Anansi scratched his chin. "Well, Snake, there's a problem. You look longer than the bamboo, but how do I know that when I go by your head, you're not crawling up to look longer, and when I go down by your tail, you're not shifting on that end? Tie me! Tie my tail!" "Then, Anansi, if you don't believe me," said Snake. By this time, curious animals were gathering around to watch. Anansi tied Snake's tail tightly to the bamboo with some vines. Then he said to Snake, "Stretch, Snake, stretch. You're almost there. Stretch till your eyes shut and you can't stretch no more." Anansi had never seen a snake sweat. Snake stretched till his eyes were squeezed shut, and in a flash, Anansi tied his head to the pole, then his middle. The animals who had been watching were silent. There was no laughing at Anansi this time. He had said he would capture Snake, and he did. And from that day to this, the stories have been called Anansi Stories. Jack Mandora, me no choose none. The end. So that is it. That is it. Anansi the Trickster finally got a good story in. And now we have it, Anansi Stories. Thank you.
Yay! So you kids get a treat of Aunty Sophie reading about the trickster Anansi. And part of the Caribbean Edge is just knowing all these stories that your parents grew up listening to. So you can relate to them, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what did you guys think of the story time with Aunty Sophie?
Good. Good. Very interesting.
Yeah. You outsmart, Anansi outsmart the city, right?
Right. All
All
right.
right. So we have some people that tuned in that are saying hello in the chat for you, ladies and gentlemen. And it says, such a confident performer you are, Miss Zia. Thank you.
Very interesting.
Exactly. And Lisa says, keep believing, Zia, for your beautiful dedication and song today. And everyone's saying, lovely, beautiful. Miss Barbara Nelson Bennett saying, job well done. Good afternoon, everyone. Well done, young man, says Darcy. Hello, kids of the Caribbean. Roger, all the way from Haiti, joining us. Thanks for tuning in. And Aubree Cheryl says, wonderful, great job to all the kids. So we want to talk about your school for a little bit because you're doing amazing things. And I heard there were like 24,000 kids around the world that did this learning board. And your school, congratulations, placed number 3 out of 24,000. So we want to thank Bethlehem Junior Academy, the principal, the teachers, everyone that's doing an awesome job because you guys are amazing leaders, and we can't thank you and your parents enough because you're inspiring other kids that will see you reading, and reading is so important. It's so fundamental. So tell us anything you want to tell the viewers, your family, friends before we sign off today.
Thank you so much for watching us, and thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome, Miss Zia.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Jeremiah. And Miss Aubree? Well, we thank you, Aubree, because you are amazing. We love your story about hair. It's
Thank you for
inspiring.
listening to my reading.
You are welcome.
And thanks our viewers for tuning in to another episode of the Caribbean Edge. Remember to share this video. We thank Aunty Sophie for that amazing folk tale, taking us down memory lane and sharing with the world the beauty of the Caribbean, our rich culture, our rich people, which everyone here represents today. So thank you. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Keep reading.
Bye.
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 Beautiful kids.